We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. Today it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Buffalo Bills taking on the Washington Commanders. 2 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in week 3. And this will not be returned to start the game. The new rule here in effect. A fair catch will bring this out to the 25-yard line. Now a man in for an expanded role in 2023. It's James Cook. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity. And that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week. And right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now Allen. Man open downfield is Diggs. He's got it. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
A catch and a first down from Stephon Diggs, one of the league's most consistently excellent receivers. 3rd straight season with over 100 catches and a near-career best of 11 touchdowns as well.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Up the middle, it's Cook. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. You talk about this Washington defense. This crew against the pass, issues at times, ranked number 24, Charles, in the NFL.
And from analyzing them and talking with their defensive coordinator, we know they have a full playbook. So look for them to mix up coverages, pressure one play, fall back the next. They'll do a lot of different things trying to confuse the offense.
Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. To throw, it's Allen. Dancing to his left. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And oh, it'll be intercepted. picked off by Jamin Davis. And the Commanders are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
On the set. Hey, check that. Street. I got you. Hey, check 25. Check 29 Broncos.
Here's Gibson to start the drive. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. This defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
Throw to the right here, taken in by McLaurin. And McLaurin going to pick up a Commander's first down as he'll get this up across the 30-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Watch the slap. Mike 54.
They'll let the QB keep it here off the option. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. Gregory Rousseau works his way in for the stop and the loss. Sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion, and I think that's what we saw there.
And I think what he saw defensive end right in his face because he looked up and he was right there. Didn't even have a chance to get going.
And he'll be tackled at about the 35. 8 yards on the run, and that cuts this down to a 3rd and about 5. Well, this defense for the Bills, much improved from week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Here we go. 43 is the mark. Cup 19.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big play there on the catch and run. And it's going to yield a new set of downs. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 36. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. You look at this Buffalo defense. They come in a top 10 unit against the pass, currently 8th in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
Back to the ground with Gibson. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice, steady gain.
Go, Reed. Go. Dragon 60.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's Washington in possession of the football. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. As they've got it as we resume action. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And complete right side to Cook. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. So the completion good for just 3. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. They'll go. It's Gibson. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. Gets this out quickly to Dotson. A strong broken tackle on that one. And then they get him to the ground just shy of the 15. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
70 Ranger.
Now a late signee let go by Minnesota in June. It's Dalvin Cook. They got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
But that's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through, and has a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Come up the ball. Mike's by 4. Mike's by 4. Mike's by 4.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And this pass broken up. Well, the contact well-timed there, and now 4th down.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down. They'll run for it with Robinson. And he's got the 1st down as he gets it to the 8. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. Here we go now on 1st and goal.
Check, Bobcat, check, Bobcat.
They'll run with Gibson. Wiggles free. And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line. Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal?
Check, go check, go check. 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. Go.
Gibson again. But he will not get to the goal line. In fact, he won't get to the line of scrimmage as they push him back to the 2. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. This offense so far on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Cook is in. Touchdown, Commanders.
Well, they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times, that's a passing play.
The kicker, this has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
Extra point by Sly is up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And job 1 here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Tackle made there by Jordan Hicks.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's Cook again. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And that is incomplete.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
Here's the punter, Martin, out to kick it away. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Panther 60, Panther 60. Panther Street, 19 tight, 19 tight. Ready,
Give to Cook out of the gun. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Back to throw. Forced out to his left. Now he's going to throw deep back over the middle. Oh, he tried to throw back over the middle, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And the Bills are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds.
Well, normally you see 3 tight ends in a formation. You have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or 2 towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Just the 1 touchdown in that first half. 7-0 our score as we get going in quarter number 3. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a 2-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. Starting the third quarter with Cook. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat.
54 is Mike, 54 is Mike. Check, check, watch 54, watch 54.
look now off the read option. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Right there, hurt.
They'll try the left side with Gibson. And taken down just shy of the 40.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
From the 39-yard line, here comes second down and 6.
chuck927's. chuck927's.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. And let's get that ball, team. Let's get that ball. Mike 54. Mike 54.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the line. And now a fumble. The ball's out. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And this is going to be brought back for a Bills touchdown. So they were down by a touchdown, probably just hoping the defense could hold them, maybe force the punt. Instead, they force the turnover and take it into the house.
Well, the plan was perfect. That's exactly what they wanted. Instead, they got a lot more than that. Big-time capitalization by taking the ball away and putting it in the end zone.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And he's going to be ridden out of bounds down inside the 25. Big yardage that time for Washington. 53 yards.
You just had the feeling that sooner or later someone was going to come up with that one play. Neither team has really done a whole lot offensively, but here's one that pays off to the tune of big yardage, and it's one that could maybe get this group in gear.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 52 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. And we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet.
They'll set up a throw. Touchdown, Washington. Brian Robinson Jr., his first touchdown of the new season. And they're able to add on to their advantage. Now Joey Sly for the point after. And it's up. It's good. Our score 14-6. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Play action. Now it's Allen rolling to his right. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Allen again here on 2nd and 10. Flushed out right. He's got the hook up with Diggs. A gain there of 30 big ones.
That's the kind of play this offense desperately needed. They've got to be saying, our defense has kept us in the ball game. We're down, but we're certainly not out. And maybe that was the spark that they've been searching for.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Now Allen. Buying time to his left. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. So tug on the face mask, and that's going to cost him 15 yards.
And sometimes it'll go unnoticed, but that one, pretty obvious for everyone to see.
So now factoring in the face mask, here's 1st and 10. Here's Allen to throw it. Flush to his right. That's caught by Kincaid, working the middle of the field. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done, down to the 15 from the 21.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
2nd down and 4. They'll try the middle with Cook. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 2 now from the 3. Now they'll send a tight end in motion left. On 2nd down, Cook. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
How about the big guy there showing some agility? He just flowed from his D-tackle position in order to make that play.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the campaign and 4th overall. And the Bills have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th. So part 1 of what they needed is done. They get in the end zone. Now you have to imagine we'll see a try for 2.
And that's what the book says, but defensively, they can't hang their head right here. They've still got a chance to come out with the lead if they make a play.
So now an important conversion attempt here as the Bills line up to go for 2. Allen will try to throw for it. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2, they don't get it. And the failure to convert and tie the game, now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down 1. What's the sense? I like what they did.
And here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they've seen their lead nearly extinguished after that last score, but bottom line, they are still on top with the football. And a touchdown on this drive would really put them in position A. And not much there. maybe a yard up to the 24. 2nd and 9.
Mustang 19.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike.
Now back to throw. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And he's able to get up here to the 26.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Slam. 70 Timberwolf. 18 Pioneer.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. And this returnable for Hines. It's a 41-yard punt, but just a net of 31 following the run back. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. They start the drive with Cook. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
The defense thought they had that play covered, but it still got driven backward by those blockers. Those types of plays are a key part of any team's offensive game plan. It all starts up front in the trenches.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 45 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
A strong play from last year's 2nd-round pick, who didn't get a lot of carries as a rookie with the Bills, only 89. But he made the most of them, though. A 5.7-yard average, good enough to lead all running backs had he qualified. This is a young man who's proved he's worthy of a more featured role in the Buffalo offense.
Again, it's Cook. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. James Cook, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bills have taken a 4th quarter lead. This time, the extra point up and good. And the lead is up to 5. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. On the return from his end zone is Grant. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He'll check that down to Gibson out of the backfield. And he'll lose yardage here back to the 15. Here's 2nd down.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Pass to 11, pass to 11.
At the 15-yard line.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Coming, baby. I'm coming, baby. Woo! 54.
He'll look to throw. Being chased out left. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Pick made by Terrell Bernard. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Cook up the gut. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
To throw is Allen. He'll buy some time right. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bills. Stephon Diggs with career touchdown number 60. And the Bills are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. On the return from his end zone is Grant. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Here's 1st and 10.
Check nickel. Right there. 54. Right there.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. This pass hauled in by Dotson. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
2 timeouts still remaining, but scoring quickly, a must. It's 1st and 10.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up.
They'll look to throw here. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And that should just about do it. They return it to the end zone, sealing it with a defensive touchdown. So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. And you talk about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt. But for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a second time.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. On the return from his end zone is Grant. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this?
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
Rashaan Evans out of Alabama had the tackle defensively.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Big stop, G. Big stop.
So Allen's going to look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Runs through the contact. And he is out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
I like his thought process and his ability to move and get downfield. But what I didn't like was the final decision, to go out of bounds. They want to keep the clock moving. Instead, they give the defense an extra timeout.
On play action, Allen. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And the Bills are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2. Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week